All right, hey VC, how you doing? My name is Jamie, back at you with another video, and I've got another stack of wax to go through. Some of these are reissues, some of these are like thrift store, and then some of these are like reasonably priced through what we're calling like geek meets. There's a group of vinyl buyers and sellers that get together, a couple of times a month and then buy and sell records, that sort of thing. So very reasonably priced, that sort of thing. But before I get to that, I should mention, of course, Record Store Day is this Saturday, and yes, I will be taking part. Probably going to go to nearby London, Ontario. Better kind of generally a better selection there, and then we'll make our way back home. Obviously, I've got my eye on a few titles. Probably the top on my list is Pink Floyd, Saucer Full of Secrets, the reissue on mono, because I am a huge mono fan. So that one's definitely tops on my list. I always kind of go into it, just hoping I don't want to make any promises, that sort of thing, or say, oh, if I don't find this or I don't find that, because sometimes it's limited supply, shall we say, at least for this area. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and I'll definitely post something on Saturday on my record store finds for that day, and then sometimes here too. If you don't find it necessarily on the day of, some of the stores in the area still get shipments in, or the shipments really arrive late for this area, and then I might be able to pick it up days later, that sort of thing. So I got my eye on a few things. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's get to some vinyl. First off, we have a reissue. Finally able to pick up some Kraftwerk, their absolute classic Autobahn. And this is a reissue from 2009. Kraftwerk, great German band. They were nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they didn't make the final cut for 2019. So they still have yet to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They were on the last batch, but just a great album. And I've always enjoyed Kraftwerk. I didn't have any Kraftwerk on the CD or anything. So this is a 2009 reissue, and I think this has been remixed and a little bit more instrumentation added. It's not a full synthesized album, but it definitely is the forerunner, if you will, for synthesized sounds. Yeah, it's just great. Autobahn. And I'll show you the inside. It's got a nice little booklet that's included. We can take a quick look through that. With some of the nice artwork inside. Yeah, I mean, you could certainly describe the music as hypnotic. And yeah, I was able to pick this up just for 20 bucks, so pretty reasonably priced. And the band there. And then just a very straightforward label. Okay. And yeah, really happy to get this. This is a classic I've always certainly enjoyed. I don't want to say holy grail or grail, but I'm really pleased to get a copy of this, certainly on vinyl. Reissue of Autobahn, Kraftwerk. Okay, and another band that I have lots of stuff on CD, but this is my very first Soft Machine album. This is Soft Machine number 7. Well, and this is the North American cover. The UK cover is different. The UK cover is a bit more of a kind of a techno, kind of cartoonish kind of thing. Yeah, the Soft Machine. Absolutely love this band. Would like to pick up more Soft Machine on vinyl. I know, certainly, and this is not a reissue. 1974, and I know Soft Machine can be a little tricky to find on vinyl, and this on the Columbia label. Of course, Robert Wyatt not with the group at this point, but the jazzy prog rock sounds of Soft Machine, just extraordinary musicianship. All right. And certainly this I have on CD. I also have the super deluxe version of this, but was able to pick up Quadrophenia, the original Who Quadrophenia, and this does include the booklet, which I was very happy about. It does have this sticker that's right on there, unfortunately, and it's even got this. I don't know if this it may or may not have been a promo copy. I'm not sure. It doesn't have like the official promo stamp, but it does have and gatefold, and it does have the booklet. Now you've probably seen the booklet, so but just the pictures inside captures, and this is absolutely one of my favorite Who albums. I mean, the Who have so many great albums, but I think this was really, Tommy's great, and there's so many great albums, but Quadrophenia is, to me, is just really, especially for for the work of Pete Townsend, this is really a high point. And just kicking it off with "I Am the Sea" into "The Real Me." Oh, amazing. So yeah, really happy to see the booklet, because a lot of times I've seen this used and for sale and the booklet is not included, which is a real shame because it's quite good. Okay, I picked this up very inexpensively and really enjoyed Boston's third album, Third Stage, still with Brad Delp on lead vocals. This is an enjoyable album. I mean, Amanda certainly we've heard to death, but the rest of the album is it's generally pretty good. For the long wait from Boston to this one, it was something like, what was it, six or 7 years in between the two albums, but overall, really a surprisingly enjoyable album. And with the funky gatefold there, and this has the sleeve included, lyrics, and okay. All right, changing gears. Wow, came across this in terms of the Geek Meets Ray Charles. The Genius Hits the Road. This is a still sealed copy, open, but still with the shrink on it. I shouldn't say sealed, but still with the shrink on it. Plays beautifully, and of course this features George on My Mind. And this is a Canadian pressing, I recall. This was through the. Oh no, was this the one? Yeah, and this is a mono copy as well. Really happy to see that. But yeah, this is a Canadian pressing from Spartan of Canada, London, Ontario. And yeah, on the Spartan label. Brother Ray, Ray Charles. Yeah, mono copy of this. Oh, plays beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Very happy to pick this one up. This is a record called Early Steppenwolf. This was actually released in 1969 when Steppenwolf were certainly very much in their heyday. This is basically the music of Sparrow. Sparrow was the group before Steppenwolf from Canada. And this is them playing at the Matrix. And these are recordings of, it's described as early Steppenwolf, but these are recordings live at the Matrix in San Francisco, May 14th, 1967. That features what would become the Pusher, or a full-length version of the Pusher that's on side 2. And this is really, it's very nicely recorded, a nice kind of very psychedelic style. Certainly John Kay and Sparrow, who were big in Toronto and the Yorkville scene, and then they relocated to LA, becoming Steppenwolf. But yeah, and there's I have a book on psychedelic albums over the years, and they featured this one, and I thought, well, that'd be kind of a nice one to have, and sure enough, I was able to pick up a copy. And this was, again, this was released in 1969, so Steppenwolf were still very much in their heyday. So this was released sort of between albums, if you will, on the classic Dunhill label. Okay, we got more to show. We got some heavy hitters this time. We've got Leslie West, we've got Jack Bruce, and Corky Lang, with Why Don't Ya? And this is, of course, post-Cream and post-Mountain. And this has Jack Bruce bass playing written all over it. It's a heavy hitter. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good album. Jack Bruce is featured quite nicely on this. But yeah, West, Bruce, and Lang. And this on Columbia. Now, they only did a couple of albums together. And this is on, yeah, Columbia. But yeah, when you hear that Jack Bruce bass playing, it's just absolutely thunderous. Well, if you like the heavy... And this came out in 1972. All right, another reissue for you. I was really happy to pick up Big Star's Radio City. This is a reissue, and this is the only Big Star I have. I don't have any Big Star on CD or anything like that. I didn't pick up Big Star when it was issued on Ryco Disc. I wish I'd had, but yeah. So, Big Star have become quite the darlings of the vinyl world. And deservedly so. It's great music. And this label. Okay, and one more we'll sneak in. Pick this up for $2 at a thrift store. War, the World's is a Ghetto. What a great album. Great R&B. This features the song Cisco Kid, and it's in great shape, plays beautifully, and just a terrific album. It's so weird that I picked this up because then a friend of mine, John, had picked up a CD that he lent me, and it's the anniversary edition of War, The World is a Ghetto, with some bonus tracks on it. So I haven't yet to listen to this, but it's just kind of weird. I picked that up, and then he's like, hey, I got this. Would you like to give this a spin? So I was like, yes, absolutely. All right, so have a good record store day if you're heading out, and yeah, we'll post another video on Saturday from what I find. Have a good one. Bye-bye.